Hello, welcome to Monday's strength class. Seems to be light enough. I was a bit worried because it's very dreary and dull outside, so I was a bit worried that there wouldn't be enough light for this, but it seems to be okay. Those of you that have been following me will know that I have a reel in my bonnet about sarcopenia, and that's muscle wastage. As you get older, through sedentary lifestyle, muscles start to waste away. And it happens to everything gets weaker anyway. Even the strongest and fittest and most unsedentary of us will get some form, some small degree of muscle weakening and wastage. But it's not inevitable. I don't think it would be enough to notice it. Anyway, I saw this thing the other day and it was talking about, I can't find it again, I'll have to find it again and have a look, and it was associating sarcopenia with certain cancers. And I thought, oh, that's interesting. So that woke up the bee in my bonnet again. It started buzzing around. So I've been doing a little bit more looking at it. And I don't know why we don't hear more about it. We hear about osteoporosis all the time. Well, osteoporosis and sarcopenia are inextricably linked. And I think that sarcopenia probably causes osteoporosis rather than the other way around, based on absolutely no scientific evidence whatsoever. And I think I was looking at this morning, and it was saying that, hang on just a minute, I just suddenly wondered what it was that I was saying. Yeah, obviously, you know that exercise and strength-bearing exercise improves your muscles. Well, the fact that you've tuned into this class and the fact that you're doing Wednesday's class as well is really good. So you should do a minimum of 2 strengthening exercises a week. And if you do the bite-sized ones, just every now and again, when it takes you fancy, do a bit of a squat. But diet, I'm always going on about diet as well. Diet plays an important part. And an awful lot of people, particularly when they start to live on their own, stop cooking or stop paying attention to their diet. We all know it's important for children to have a good balanced diet with lots of protein because they're growing bones, growing muscles and things. Well, it's very important for older people to have enough protein as well. And I was looking at a figure from the International Osteoporosis Foundation. Who knew there was such a thing? And it estimates that 41% of females and 38% of males over the age of 65 do not eat enough protein. What is enough protein? I hear you cry. Well, I think you should eat protein at every meal. Okay, if you're eating 3 meals a day, have say 30 grams of protein each meal. You need about 100 grams of protein a day. So you need about 30 grams of protein at each meal. Protein not only helps build muscles and keep your muscles, builds. You need sort of protein for muscle building. I'm sure some of you out there are scientists or ex-doctors or nurses and will know this much better than I do. But it also it keeps you feeling full, stops you snacking, because large amounts of processed foods and acid-inducing foods like grains, this is sort of, you eat loads and loads of bread, loads and loads of pasta, they're acid-producing and they can contribute to osteoporosis. More fruit and veg, you won't be surprised to learn, is beneficial, particularly vegetables. Fruit is it's a bit weird to lump fruit and vegetables together, because you can get something like an apple that doesn't have much sugar, or something like a banana that's just pure starch. But anyway, my message is, in addition to the exercises that we're doing, pay attention to your diet. A cup of tea and a slice of toast does not cut it. There's no protein in it. So yes, I was going to say 30 grams of protein each meal. And to give you an idea, an egg is about 13 grams of protein. So that sort of gives you an idea. But you can look it up on the internet. There's loads of places that tell you how much protein there is in various things. I did last time I did this, talked about this. I did mention how much was in a salmon steak, but I can't remember how much it is now. But I think it's probably over 30 grams. But sarcopenia is, I mean, the exercise thing as well. Sarcopenia is something I worry about in myself. I mean, I do a lot of exercise, but I don't do a lot of strengthening exercises. And so if I know that if I'm not doing a lot of stuff, I mean, I do the hand grips and things, but I know if I'm not doing a lot, then an awful lot of people out there are doing even less. And it is really important. And I mean, the consequences of having sarcopenia are weakness, loss of independence, osteoporosis, falls, and we all know that falls are the biggest killer of people over 75, loss of balance. It's just terrible. Not being able to get in and out of the bath. Oh, I love a bath. Right, or bath. I say bath, but bath. Right, sorry, wittering on. Told you I had to be in my bonnet about sarcopenia. And because it's not inevitable, you can stop it. Right, so if you've just joined, you're going to think, who is this Harridan bombarding us with information about sarcopenia? But if you are joining us, welcome. So we'll do a warm-up, we'll do the main body of the exercise, and then we'll do some stretching. And I aim to try and keep it fairly fast and furious, not too fast and furious. I'll just put the chair out the way. And I'm just going to have a slurp of tea because I haven't had a cup of tea since I took the dog out at 8:30. So hang on. I tell you, since I took the dog out, my steps have gone from an average of about 7,000 a day up to over 20,000. It's incredible what having a dog does for you. It's a bit of a radical solution to getting your steps up. Anyway, we're going to start by warming up. We're just going to start very gently doing walking on the spot, marching on the spot, whatever you want to call it. Try and do it on your toes because it's very beneficial for your ankles and your calves for you to walk on your toes. Good for your balance as well, actually, because you are slightly less balanced if you're walking on your toes. Swing your arms so that you get a bit of movement in your shoulders because we want to warm up the fluid, the synovial fluid that's in the shoulders. Right, stopping that for a moment, we're going to put your arm on your shoulder like a wing, make your arm like a wing. You've got imaginary pencil coming out, and you're going to draw a big circle on your imaginary wall. 2, 3, 5 back, 4, 5, full range of movement, and then forwards. 1, 2, this is what it looks like from the side. 3, 4, 5, and then the other one. So back, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and forwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Staying with the arms, we're going to do this one just up and the other one back. If you can't get it up to your ear, just go as far as you can. Never force anything. We're going to do 10. So we're going to do 1, nice and slow and controlled. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Fabulous. Right, just let me move this. We're going to start by doing heel digs. This is still the warm-up, and at the same time we're going to do a bicep curl with the opposite arm. So your legs are doing heel digs, your sort of feet are doing heel digs, and you're doing a bicep curl with your opposite arm. I'll slow down a little bit. 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to just take a step out to the side, and at the same time, you're going to push the air away with your hands. This is warming up everything. It's warming your muscles, it's mobilizing your joints. It's actually doing your balance good as well. Remember, try and keep your knees and your hips pointing forward like headlights. 3, 2, 1. I'm getting tired in my shoulders, are you? Woof! It's a sign I need to do it more. And we're just taking a step back, and at the same time, pushing our hands forward. So your hands are coming forward, splaying your hands, splaying your fingers, jazz hands. This is, like I say, mobilizing and warming up your legs, but it's doing your arms as well. Oh, it's certainly doing my arms. I can feel it. 3, 2, remember, knees and hips forward. 3, 2, 1, sorry. And then the final one is we're just going to do a toe tap like that. So toe tap. Oh, it's just suddenly got lighter. Toe tap and swing your arm at the same time. 3, 2, 1. We're going to put all that together. It's good for our balance and it's good for our coordination. So we're going to go heel dig, side, back, toe tap. 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 One more time. Heel dig, side, back, toe tap. Okay? I just want to do one more warming up bit. It's a sort of dynamic stretch on a warm up. Have your chair if you need it. And we're just going to swing the leg just gently. This is stretching your hip flexors a bit. It's mobilizing your hips. Just do that a few more times. And then we're going to just do the other one. Just swinging it nice and gently. Oh, no pressure. You have to pull your toe up, else you'll bash it into the carpet. And then I just want you to do it this way. If you've had a hip replacement, it might be better if you don't do this one. I don't think you're supposed to cross your hip over. But it's just mobilizing that hip joint. And then stop that one and we'll go. Just try not to bash it into the chair. I'm not as good at doing this side. Okay, right. Let's get into the main body of the exercise. The first one is a squat. Remember, a squat is sitting down without the chair. Try not to let your knees go forward. Try not to let your knees come in either. So your knees stay like that. They stay pointing forwards and your hips. Like headlights, you've got an eye in your chest that looks forward. If you're not very strong, just go down to there. Just get the technique right. Don't worry about going right down, because that's when you start to get all the technique goes all to pot. So technique is more important than being able to get right down. If you're just going to there, then your legs will be, I can still feel my thighs are having to support me. So we're going to do 10. So I put my hands here or here. You can put them anywhere. Put them there, it makes it more difficult. So we're going to go nice and slow. 1, 2, 3. If you're just going down a little bit, hold it there as I go down, but you hold it there. 4, then come up. 5. The wider your feet, the easier it is. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How was that? Now, give your legs a little shake, because I'm dead cruel. We're just going to do something else. We're going to go down just a little bit, a tiny little bit, about to there. No further. And then we're going to pulse. Just put your bottom up and down. Just like that. Show you what it looks like from the front. Just pulse. And you can feel these muscles here starting to go, no, I don't like that. Oh, stand up. Could you feel that on your thighs? It's hard, that. Right, what are we doing next? Oh, yes. So get your chair and have the back on your left-hand side. Have it on your right if you want, it doesn't really matter. And we're going to put our weight on our hands. If you've got anything, if you've got arthritic wrists or anything, this may be a bit difficult. And your feet are under your hips. And we're going to raise the arm in line with the ear and raise. So it's the right arm and the left leg. So you, from the tip of your toe to the tip of your finger, should be like a tabletop, and then down. It should be flat, should all be in one line. And I hope mine are. I'm looking at myself under my oxter. 2. 3. This is great for your back muscles, your butt. 4. I didn't mean to say butt, I meant to say glutes. 5. It's good for balance as well. Strength for your static leg. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. I meant to say, if you're new, or if you're not, and you struggle to do 10 repetitions, it doesn't matter at all. Just do as many as you can. I'm going to have a quick slug of tea. Just do as many as you can. And then 10 is something to aim for. Sorry about that. If you could do everything easily, and you could do 10 everything, arguably, you're not in the right class. Right, other side. Turn the chair around. And it's left arm and right leg. 1. 2. 3. Ooh. 4. Overbalanced a bit, trying to check, see my technique was okay. 5. 6. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whew, did you manage that? Quite tough, that. In fact, I think they're all quite tough, actually. I think if you're doing them, you're really, really, really good. It's the wall press now, that's why I'm coming up close and personal. So, this is the one where you're standing, put your hands on the wall at shoulder height, just slightly wider than shoulder width. And then take a little step back so that you're leaning. Keep your back straight. Don't stick your bottom out or dip your head forward. Your head and your spine should be in alignment. And then you can turn your hands in slightly if you want. You might find that a bit easier. And then it's just your arms that you move. And out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Give your arms a bit of a shake. So we're going to do it again in a minute. Let me read. Oh, it's not cold here, Nikki. I don't know where you are. It's quite mild here. I like it cold. I'd rather have it cold and bright than mild and rainy. Right. Second lot. Back. In fact, I'm fed up of walking through mud the whole time with the dog. 1. Oh, this is hard this time. 2, 3, 4. I find it straining there. 5, 6. I'm going to put my hands up a bit. 7. That's a bit better. 8, 9, 10. Ooh, that was hard, wasn't it? I found it hard anyway. Oh. Carry you back here. Right, is that about right? Yes. We're into lunges now. So have your chair. The chair is there in case you need to grab hold of it. You could equally do it by a wall or whatever. Right, it seems quite jerky this morning. I don't know if it's something to do with the camera. Remember, the lunge is in 4 sections. So we're going to start. We're going to start with feet hip width apart, step forward, go down, up and back. And I'm going to put the camera down slightly because I want you to see my legs more. It doesn't matter if the top of my head is cut off, as it is now. So 1, 2, everything facing forward. 3, 4. 1, 2, standing upright as well. 3, 4. That's 3. Don't put your knee on the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 5 halfway through. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is great for strength and great for balance. Ooh, said she overbalancing. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that's 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 10. Did you manage 10? Just give your legs a bit of a wobble. And then we're going to go on the other side. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Always takes me a little while to get my balance when I'm doing the other side. That's 3. 4. 5. If you can't go right down, just dip a little bit down. 6. And remember, if you can't do 10, doesn't matter. 7. 8. 9. 10. Fantastic. It's not easy. Now, haha, your favourite bits, the planks. Let me get my watch. Right, let me just, what am I after? Clock. Stopwatch. Come on. Aha, right. Remember, the plank, can you see me? Yes. Oh, so start off on your tummy if you want, and then your elbows are under your shoulders. You're like a sphinx. Come up on your toes. How many should we do today? What did we do last week? Let's try a minute. Let's just stick it a minute. And then if you can't do the minute, it's something to work to, but we'll never go over a minute. Okay? Right, so are you ready? Get in position. Remember, your bottom's not up, it's not, your back's not sagging. You are like a plank. The worst bit about this is having to look at the clock all the time, because a minute goes very, very slowly when you're watching it. It's quite nice when we started off at 30 seconds the first time. So we're halfway now. "40 seconds, are you still with me? 45. Are we into unknown territory now? 50. We're definitely into unknown territory now. Last 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, down. Did you manage? Well done if you did. It's really good for your back and it's really good for your tummy muscles. Right, now we're going to do the side plank. Remember, your elbow has to go under your shoulder. And if you can't do this, the full plank, bend your lower leg like that. And that makes it easier. If you can do the full one, it's worth doing though. It's really good for your sides, this, for your core. Are we ready? We're going to do 30 seconds each side plank. No more than that. So up we go and start the watch. 30 seconds of a side plank is quite long, isn't it? We're halfway through. Last 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Brilliant. Did you manage? And then swap over to the other side. Oh. Remember, again, check that your elbow is under your shoulder. You'll know about it. If you start it with your elbow not under your shoulder, you won't be able to sustain it, or it'll be very painful. It's just not a good idea. All right, you ready? So up we go and start the clock. I don't know why I always put my hand on my hip like this. Halfway. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Well done. Stop. Reset. Right, plank. Right, next one we're going to do is for the abs, and it's the dead bug. Those of you who have done Pilates will know this one. So let's just practice engaging core. So pull your exhale, and then pull your navel into your backbone as hard as you can. If you put your hands on your hip bones here, you should feel the muscles tightening as you pull them in, and then relax slightly, and that's your core engaged. So if you exhale, engage your core, and bring one leg and then the other leg up into tabletop, so that your hips go up, your thighs are perpendicular, and then your shins are parallel to the floor. And then you bring these legs, your forelegs, your arms up. And what we're going to do is we're going to put the right arm back and the left arm down to the floor, and then bring them back up. 1. And as we do that, 2. Your other arm and your other leg are not going to move. 3. So this is a 4. This is an exercise not only in strength, 5, but it's also 6, your brain controlling your other muscles. 6. Have I missed that one? 7, 8, 9, 10. And then pull your knees into your chest if you want, just to give yourself a little bit of a rock. And then engage your core again. You can tighten your muscles as you're exhaling. It's up to you. Up to you. And then back into tabletop. Arms up. And this time it's your left arm and your right leg. So control your right arm and your left leg. Don't let them move. And it takes me a little while to get my head around this. So, yes, that's it. 1, 2, slow and controlled. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Pull your knees in a bit if you want. Just give yourself a bit of a rock. Or you can sit up, lean forward. It's up to you. Right, the last one we're going to do is the bridge. So lying on your back, have your knees bent, have your hands so that, have your feet so that your hands are, your middle finger can just touch them if you stretch a bit. And so your thighs are parallel. I'll show you this from here, this angle. And as you come up, your thighs don't move in and they don't splay out. They stay exactly where they are. And you're going to squeeze your glutes. We're not going to go really, really high, just so that you're flat, a sort of reverse plank almost. And squeeze your glutes, and then we're going to come down and just touch the floor and then back up again. That's 2. Squeeze them. And then down and back up. That's 3. Down and back up. 4. Down and back up. 5. Down and back up. 6. Remember, squeezing the glutes all the time. Down and back up. 7. Paying attention to what their thighs are doing. Back up. 8. Down and back up. 9. Down and back up. 10. Well done. Ooh, ah. So sitting up and then carefully getting up. Right. I'll put this up so that you can see my face again. Right. So what we're going to do, just before we go into the stretches, is we're going to do the 3 bouts of 20 seconds of high intensity exercise. And remember, that's running on the spot like this, as fast as you can. Tiny little steps. I'm going right back here. Tiny little steps, but fast. As fast as you can. Using your arms as well. Try not to hunch your shoulders. I'm not going to do it this week. And I still haven't measured how much I sit. Must do that. Right. On your marks, set, off you go. Whew. Knackered from just that little bit. $17, $18, $19, $20. Well done. How's that? How are you feeling? Is your heart pounding? If you've had any heart problems or if you're worried that it's too much for you, don't do it. If you want to ask your doctor if it's a good thing to do, that might be a good idea. But just be sensible. Right, second block. On your marks, set, off you go. $17, $18, $19, $20. Well done. 2 down, 1 to go. When we finish the third one, don't go zooming off. Warm now, yeah. If we don't go, yeah, at the end, don't go zooming off because I've got a few announcements to make. Well, not a few, I've got 3. Because I'm having a Christmas break. Hooray! We're ready for the third one? Okay, on your marks, set, go. "17, 18, 19, 20. Well done. Well done. Right, before we go into the stretching, as usual, if you've enjoyed the class, you can buy me a coffee if you would be so kind. The link is below in the comments section below the video. If you want to know more about fitness generally or see more posts and things, if you go onto my Facebook page, 50 Fitness Facebook page, and there's a link on last Wednesday's class. There's a link there. And finally, I need to get my diary for this, so as I tell you the correct, my diary is my phone, obviously. So as I tell you the correct date, is that the last fitness class will be on Monday the 14th of December. So 2 more classes after this. And they will be starting again on Monday the 11th of January. Okay, can't believe it's December tomorrow. I have no idea where this year's gone. So I'm going to have 4 weeks off. Hooray! Makes it seem almost like a proper job, that, doesn't it? Yes, so that's all. Buy me a coffee, Facebook, and holidays. Brilliant. Recovered now. We'll do the stretches. I'm just going to put this down a bit. Right. So, oops, down a bit too much. All this faffing about with this flipping camera. Right, calf stretch. Back leg straight, front leg bent, both heels on the ground. Check your feet are both facing forwards. Lean forward. You feel the stretch behind your calf. And then bend your back knee slightly. Your heel will come off the ground. Put your weight on it. Feel the stretch going down into the Achilles tendon. And then switch legs. Just have a look, check your feet are both where they should be, doing what they should be doing. Bend. Good. Right, quadriceps. If you can, do this. Doesn't matter what you grab, whether you have a towel around your ankle or if you can't, just do this. Do the dynamic stretching. See if you can kick your hands. If you're doing the static stretching, keep holding that stretch. Keep your knees together. You could try this as a balance exercise if you like. If you're doing dynamic stretching, keep going. Static stretchers, switch legs. I'm going to be brave and not even hold on this time. Ha ha ha. Dynamic stretchers. Keep being dynamic. Woo. Okay. Right, hamstrings. Big muscles at the back of your legs. Sitting on the edge of the chair. Knees at 90 degrees. Ankles under your knees. Sitting up nice and straight. One leg forward, toe pulled back. Sitting up nice and straight and forward from the hips, not the waist. And then sitting up, repeat on the other side. From the hips, not the waist. Okay, standing up, hands out at shoulder height, arms facing forwards, round the tree, so it's like that rather than like that. Round the tree, and then dip your head. And then have your hands behind you. If you can, interlink your fingers. If you can't, just try and get your elbows together. If you're interlinking your fingers, raise your arms. That gives you the stretch across your chest. I'll move back a bit so this top of my head isn't cut off. And then one hand up, palm facing back, put it down your back like that. If you've got shoulder mobility problems, maybe leave this one out, and then just push this upper arm back, and you're trying to get the stretch there. And release. And that one. Always feels funny to me when I say release now, because that's the command I give to the dog to release him from staying. So I feel as if I'm letting you come away from stay. And there we go. And so hopefully see you on Wednesday. I'm crouching down now. Hopefully see you on Wednesday. Or if not, then next Monday. Bye for now. I think that's everything I have to tell you. Google sarcopenia. Right, bye for now.